Welcome to the second part of advanced map reduce joins video. Okay, for accessing this video you need to click on this. We have already talked about 3 videos plus Java part, right? And now I'll take you back to the VM and we'll write the logic for our reducer. Okay, and this was my transaction mapper class, and this was my custom mapper class. Now is the turn for us to write the reducer class. So for that I'll write here public static, okay, class reducer, okay, and ReduceJoin I say, okay, and it extends the reducer class. Alright, so we need to define the key in and value in, key out and value out. So for in this case we have key in is also text and value in is also text. Alright, and we need to override the method of this reducer, that is reduce method. So right here reduce, okay, so I've got the, you see this, I've got text argument and this is argument 2, right, and this is the context. I've got a 3 arguments here, so I'll just change the name here. So I'll write here, this is my key, this is the value, and this becomes my context, right? So I'll comment this portion, I don't require this, sorry, right. Okay, now if you see here the value is IEEE. Why is it so? I'll tell you that. Okay, let me rotate it here. Yeah, so I have 2 mappers here, right, which are producing an output. This is my reducer task. Okay, so what now we are getting here is, so this is my customers mapper and this one's my transaction mapper. So they are producing an output which has customer ID and customer name. So in this case customer ID is becoming my key here, okay, so I can K and V, right? Similarly for this I'm getting customer ID along with the money, right? So here this is key and this is value. Now customer ID, the values of the keys, okay, I mean say the records with the same key will go to the reducer. Okay, it will fetch all the common values for a key. For example, a key here is 4001 and the customer name is, let's say, Christina, right, and this is 4001 and money here spent is 5252. Again, transactions can be multiple, right? Okay, so those records which have the same key, okay, so this is my key here, these are the key, will go to a single reducer. So here we have single reducers. If there are cases there can be multiple reducers, so the records with the same key will go to a single reducer. So here in this case, so this, for example, 4001 and from here, and this is also 4001, will go to a single reducer. Let's say I have multiple reducers. To explain you here, we are working in a standalone, a pseudo distributed mode, that is single node only, so you won't be able to get multiple reducers here. You can have multiple reduce tasks by a single pseudo mode only, but here we are referring only a single reduce task, right? So with the key which is common, for example 4001, all the records which have the key as 4000 will go to one mapper. Similarly all the records which have some other key will go to, that is 4002 will go to second, and similarly fourth. So you can have this you should know this, why is it in a I111. So for 4001 you will have multiple values for to be iterated. Okay, so if that's why we are writing here 4001, and I'm writing customers plus, that is customers, and then I'm writing here giving a tab, then I write the name, so Christina. Okay, so this is becoming my value. Okay, and similarly for this, that is for output of transaction mapper, I'm writing 4001 and transaction and money spent. So this is the key 4001. Sorry, hold on. So 4001 is the key here, and this is my value complete. 4001 is the key and this is the value. So all the stuff with the 4001 will go to one reducer, and similarly what all values are there will go to different reducers. So based on the common key here. Alright, so common key, and this is the stuff we are getting. So I'll put a condition. If it is customers here, then it should increase, and it should put that into name. And if it is transaction here, it should add those values. Alright, so let's go to reducer now and discuss. Okay, yeah, so this is my ReduceJoin. Okay, so I'm gonna write here I'll declare a variable here, string name is equal to blank. Okay, and another thing, double total is equal to 0.0, right, and I'm gonna have an integer which is a count equal to 0. Okay, now I'll check for text t in the values. So what all text I'm receiving, I put a for loop there, and what all values, it's value. Alright, okay, so I'll say string array parts, sorry, string parts is equal to t dot toString dot split on the basis of tab. Okay, as I already told you that I knowingly put the tab between hold on, let me just tell you. You see this, I have put a tab here between customers keyword and a Christina name, what all name will be getting. So we'll divide this into, so I'll check whether it's a customers, then I'll put it into name, and if it is transaction, I'll put it, I'll calculate the total here. Let me just go back and tell you again. Okay, yeah, this is, so we have split the parts. Now I'll put a condition if parts 0, okay, is dot equals, okay, so what it is equal to, if it is equal to transactions, right, so if you see, this is the word I put, transactions, okay, then it should enter this loop, enter this condition, and what it shall do is it shall count the plus plus, okay, it should make the count plus 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 total, it should increase the total equal to float dot parse float and parts 1, because in our reducer, there is customer transaction, transaction mapper logic, we have put that it is giving transaction plus a keyword transaction plus the money that it has spent. So money will be calculated in this way, total money, right? Okay, and else if if parts at 0th place is equal to or dot equals, if it is dot equals to custs, that is customers, right? So CUSTS, you should enter this condition, and then it should say name is equal to parts1. So in this output of this mapper, I have custs plus part1. Parts1 is name here, so it will be custs plus Christina, clust, and what all names were there. So it will be in this way. Okay, for example, it will be custs Christina, cust Page, cust tab Sherry, cust tab Gretchen. So if it is a cust in the very first place, and it will take the name here and it will put in is equal to the name there. Okay, and this will carry on. Alright, and now you write here string str is equal to string dot format. Okay, and write here percentage d backslash t percentage f. Alright, then count comma total. Sorry, not here, I was writing it wrong place. Right, so customers and total. Why is it giving error? Missing quotes. Oh yes, right, and it should write in the context dot write. So what it should write? It should write the name, okay, and then it should write the string, complete string. Alright, so our mapper or reducer is also complete now. Now we need to specify the job configurations. Okay, so for that you need to have an object of the configuration class, right? So which will help you fetch the configurations for MapReduce. Alright, so right here configuration conf is equal to new configuration. Another way of declaring or creating an object is this. Okay, you need to add this class as well, import configuration, right? Okay, we need to set the job name, so let job is equal to new job conf and give the name here ReduceJoins. Okay, right, so we need to set the reduce class as well. So right here job dot set reduce class. So the class name here is reduce, class name is hold on, ReduceJoin. Let's copy this and paste it here. Fine, and now we need to also set the jar by class. So right here job dot set jar by class and give it a name as ReduceJoin dot class again. So this is the name of the jar file, joins reduce. Okay, and now job dot set output key class. So what output I want in the format of text, right? Similarly, job dot set output value class is text again. Okay, now here we also need to define the multiple inputs, okay, and multiple, then we have to specify file output format. Okay, and for that I'll write here multiple inputs, right, dot add input path, and you specify here job in the path here, and then you specify the input format class as well. So what's the path? New path args at 0th, and input format classes, by default it is we're gonna use here text input format, comma your customers mapper class. So text input format, hold on. Why is it not taking text input format dot class? Okay, right. Okay, similarly for other one, so where we need to specify 3 arguments while defining a job here. So multiple inputs dot add input path, okay, in job comma path here, text input format class, and then the and we specify here which mapper class. This is the mapper class here, hold on, transaction mapper. I'll just copy it and paste it here. Alright, okay, now we also need to set the output path here, path output okay is equal to new path. So the one which will be specifying as the third number would be output path here. Okay, so while running a job, file output format dot, okay, so what do one set output path, so I want it to job and the one that we declared output path, right. So this is the variable that we declared, and right here output path dot get file system configuration dot delete path. Okay, now we have to write the system dot exit so that it will monitor it should exit only on, wait a minute, wait a minute. So it should exit when job is complete. So it should wait for completion and true question mark 0 comma 1, right. Okay, so our mapper and our configuration is also complete now. So let's save it, and now we need to export the jar out of this. I'll right click here, go to export, next, sorry, I'll choose a directory, so reduce/joins jar, click on OK, next, specify the main class joins reduce, OK, click on finish, OK. So our jar file is created successfully. I have already stored these two data files onto my HDFS. I'll just show you here. So this is a joins folder. Under joins folder I have customer dataset as well as transaction dataset. So I'll specify the output input there. Okay, so I'll write here Hadoop jar, where my jar is present, joins, okay, joins slash reduce joins jar, and here I need to specify the very first output, that it should be of customers, because I have specified that on the first location I'll give the output input corresponding to the customers mapper. Okay, so I'll specify the customers one. I'll just copy this path and I'll write here customers.txt or customers just, okay, let me just check, it's cus only. Similarly shift insert and it's txns, it's transaction, right, txns, right. Okay, and I want the output to be stored on user Cloudera join output, joins output. Okay, so this is the directory which is not present and it will create this directory, right. Press enter, it should execute it successfully. You see this line here, Hadoop command line option parsing not performed. This is because in this example we have not used the configured and tool class. Okay, so we have not implemented configured and we have not extended the configured class and not implemented the tool interface. So in the earlier example in distributed cache we have used that. Okay, so there are different ways of writing a code. You can choose, you can select however you want, right. It is executing. Hold on. So map is 100% complete. So you can always track the URL as well. Okay, so this is the URL to track the job. So job is completed successfully now. Alright. Okay, I just go to my name node and this is the output, right. So under user Cloudera I have mentioned that it should be the directory where my output should be stored. So we click open it, download it, open that. You see this, you're getting Christina has done 8 times transactions and this is the total count of the transactions that she has done. similarly Paige, Sherry, Gretchen, number of transactions along with the count, right? So this is the count, 325 point this, 539, 699 and all, and this is the number of transactions. Okay, so Hazel has done the maximum transaction out of every customers that is present. For of all the customers, she has done 10 times. Okay, so which is she is very shopaholic. Okay, and yeah, this was for our distributed, sorry, for reduced joins. And for further free videos, you need to go to the website again, and under the PIG section you will find the PIG tutorials, and in the course overview you will find the course complete over what all we offerings in the Hadoop developer course. Alright, thanks.